I gotta get up, I gotta get up, yeah. I gotta get up, I gotta get up. I gotta get up, I gotta get up, yeah. I gotta get up, I gotta get up. I gotta get up, I gotta get up, yeah. I gotta get up, I gotta get up. I gotta get up, I gotta get up, yeah. I gotta get up, I gotta get up. I gotta get up, I gotta get up, yeah. I gotta get up, I gotta get up. The funk soul
C 大调。
Peace and much love, everybody. Peace and much love. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to another edition, another episode of the Ice Kold Podcast. It's your boy, Big Ice, the man behind the mic. It's good to be here. It's good to be back for your Thursday. Facebook and YouTube, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all, before we get started, just want to ask you guys to, excuse me, hit that like and share button. All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, y'all, this is what I want y'all to do for me. All right. Check this out. Check this out. Hit that Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Hit that Cash App. Yeah, your boy trying to get it. Because I found out over the past year or so, I've been, I'm trying to grow my channel, put it that way, and I've been going about it the wrong way. So, yeah, y'all hit that Cash App. More importantly, y'all, like and share. Hit that like and share button. Like and share button. And if you're watching me live on Facebook, y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know. All right. And I got a few people I want to give a shout out to, but I'm going to wait until after the show. And y'all can see the comments. I'm going to put the comments in the link below, okay? Oh, yeah. Y'all remember the last video that I did a few weeks ago? I said 2025 starting off on some bullshit. Well, it's all I can say is this right here, y'all. Buckle up, because it's about to get rough. In the words of Martin Luther King, we have some difficult days ahead of us. And I know we're in Black History Month, but I don't see nothing wrong with it. But here's the thing. We need to start creating a Black History moment for the future. You feel what I'm saying? We need to make that come up in this society, and we can't do it by looking back, y'all. I mean, I don't have nothing against Black History Month. You know, I just don't celebrate it like others do. You know, because we have allowed our history, excuse me, to go back to slavery days, the Jim Crow era, segregation, all of that. But our history goes way back further than that, y'all. I talked about many times before how we are the chosen one, Black people. We are the chosen one of God. You know what I'm saying? But enough of that. We want to talk about how we can understand this whole money system. And a lot of people don't understand how it works because we've been so dumbed down and so misinformed and miseducated on how this whole money currency system works. We don't have a clue. We don't have a clue that this country is being ran not by your politician, not by the Senate, Congress, or your president. This country is being ran by a few powerful chosen ones. You feel what I'm saying? At the very top. Corporations. And I'm gonna give you guys a brief history, and I'm not gonna stay on this too long. But it was I think he was a senator, Nelson Aldrich. I think the year was 1910. They held a secret meeting with the powerful elites from all over the world. These international bankers. And then was Woodrow Wilson, I believe. He signed in the office. He's in, that we would be, basically what they did was they signed over our sovereignty to these international bankers, the private bankers, Rothschilds, J.P. Morgan. I mean, I can go on and on. The Bilderberg Foundation. When you hear something like the IMF, a lot of people don't know what the IMF is. It's the International Monetary Foundation. A lot of people don't know what it is. And that's why we have been so dumbed down when it comes to money. Did you know that the Koreans, the Indians, every dollar they make from their business go right back into their community, or to their families? That's how they manage to stay on top. But we, being considered the minorities, we can't build our own. We can't. I've been doing this whole podcasting and live streaming thing for 3-4 years now, or better. I basically don't see a positive change when it comes to the Black community. Because like I said, we have allowed other people to create our narratives. Let me say that again. We have allowed other people to create our narrative, to write our story, to tell our story. They paint a picture of the Black society, knowing all along that every possible gainable wealth that was circulated and built in this country was on the backs of our ancestors. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all go back to Black Wall Street. And when we think about Black Wall Street, we think about Oklahoma. They had a Black Wall Street down in Florida. They had a Black Wall Street in Georgia. Rich and powerful Black folk. Well, guess what? Some white folks got jealous. And we keep allowing these people to deter us from what God has purposed in our hearts. We have allowed it. Yeah. We have allowed it. Now, I want to talk about this fiat currency system that we're on, right? What is a fiat currency? What is a fiat currency? I'll tell y'all what it is in just a minute. A fiat currency is a kind of legal tender or government issued currency that is not backed by physical commodities like gold or silver. I want y'all to think back now when this country was taking off the gold standard. That's when the dollar was worth something. All right. This includes money declared to be legal tender that must be accepted for payment of debts and other forms of payment without, intrinsic value that serves a medium of exchange. Until the 1900s, most currency worldwide was backed by a commodity like silver and gold, or silver or gold. Most currency today, including the US dollar, Canadian dollar, the euro dollar, and many others, are fiat currency. That's money that's they print, basically they print out of thin air. Money that's pretty much worth nothing. And basically what it is, y'all, I'm gonna tell you. Basically what it is, and a lot of people don't believe this, right? Our own government, these people in power, they're doing something that you and I could get prison time for.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Money. I mean, it's counterfeit money. They're printing money they're printing money. It's counterfeit money. It's the US dollar is pretty much worth the piece of paper that is written on or that is printed on. Now I keep telling y'all, this country is slowly going bankrupt. Until the early 1990s, most currencies worldwide was backed by a commodity like silver or gold. Most currencies today, including the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, the euro, and many others, are fiat currencies. Unlike historical currency backed by commodities like precious metals, fiat currency has no intrinsic value. What did I just tell y'all? That piece of paper that you call a $20 bill, $30, $10 bill, $5 bill, $1 bill, it's nothing. It's worth nothing. We've been living under the illusion. The real money is the gold, the silver, the oil, land. A currency, what currency are still backed by US gold? By gold. A currency that is backed by a precious metal like silver or gold is known as a commodity currency. When the US ended the gold standard in 1971 to curb inflation, the US dollar shifted from a commodity currency to a fiat currency. Let me say that again. They took the US off the gold standard in 1971. Okay? I think it was Richard Nixon that did that. In 1971, to curb inflation. You tell me how the hell that's going to curb inflation. You see, I've been told that we're living with a debt in the trillions that we owe other countries. And granted, now, we have other countries that owe us money. So don't get it twisted. But still yet, though, at the same time, this country is pretty much being plunged into bankruptcy. Watch this. Switzerland was the final nation to end its gold standard in May of 2000. Yeah. The Swiss franc became a fiat currency. Watch this. The benefits of a fiat currency. A fiat currency provides issuing government the ability to protect their economy from recession. Folks, I don't know how y'all see it, but that's what we're in now. Why you think Donald Trump is doing away with all of these government-funded programs? You see, we have gotten so dependent on government till it's pretty much has become common law, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they want. They want us on the bottom so we can beg and depend on them to give us, you know, like the Bible said, give us our daily bread. You feel what I'm saying? This government is trying to have us dependent on them. That's why I keep saying, y'all, this whole thing with religion, race, and politics, all of that has been used against us. Why? Because religion is big business. Okay? This thing called racism is big business. Your own personal health is beneficial to them. That's why they come up with, they don't come up with cures. They come up with remedies, temporary, It's all about the money, people. And I've been telling y'all for the longest. I want y'all to go study the creature from Jekyll Island. Go look that up. And you'll see what happened on Jekyll Island. That's when the the Federal Reserve came into existence. There was no IRS until the Federal Reserve. The Defamation Act didn't come along until the Federal Reserve. Did you not know that the Federal Reserve own or in partnership with all of the media? Yeah, go look it up. Y'all, I'm not making it up. I can't lie about this, what I'm saying. Let me say that one time. The Federal Reserve, these international bankers, own most of your major media companies. ABC, NBC, Fox, Fox News, CNN. Yeah. Because you had a guy by the name of Mayor Amschel, I can't pronounce that name. He had 5 sons that he sent to certain parts of different countries to establish a banking system. I think he had 1 son in France, 1 in Europe, 1 in Germany. Where was the other one at? I want to say it's Switzerland. But either way, he had 5 sons. And then when the United States was being founded, well, they didn't find it. It was already here. They was trying to build the United States up. But see, our so-called founding fathers, they came over here so they could be free from that bull crap that was going on, over in Europe. And then some, and then they got the idea of, open up a federal bank. Okay, they opened up 1, they did 1, they did 2. I think when they got to the 3rd bank, the United States says no. They said no, we can't have that. We cannot have that. That's why they tried to kill Andrew Jackson, because he was totally against them, bringing another major bank in this country. We were supposed to be under, printing our own currency, our own money. But these international bankers did not want nothing to do with that. No, no. Y'all gonna borrow money from us. Y'all need money, y'all can come to us. Did you not know that these international bankers, the quote unquote Federal Reserve, they fund both sides of major wars? Y'all didn't know that, did you? This country alone spends billions of dollars on so-called defense. Joe Biden sent, I think it was $1.6 billion, maybe in trillion. Some people said that he sent over to Ukraine. But yet we cannot pull ourselves out of this debt that we're in. I say it's time for us as a people to build our own. That's my whole take on this whole situation. That's my take on it. Right here, it talks about the risk of fiat currency. One of the risks of a fiat currency as a money system is the risk of inflation from overprinting. Hyperinflation occurs. When inflation increases by more than 50% monthly, political and state instability can also be risk of a fiat currency. A political instability. That's why I say it's all about money. This money is that big. This whole money is being controlled. This whole money system being controlled by a few elites at the top. We don't get to see them. And look who's getting ready to take over the financial situation in the United States. Think about it. Guess who? Elon fucking Musk. Yeah. Y'all, I said I wasn't gonna use no foul language, but y'all already know how that goes. Now, one of the risks of a fiat currency is a political instability, right? As trust in an issuing body of government is eroded by political instability. Watch this. There is a grave potential for the country's first fiat currency to lose value. I thought it lost value in the late 70s and 80s. Let that sink in for a minute. Why do you think they're shutting down all these government funded programs? They're talking about cutting out welfare. They're talking about cutting out no more these student loans. They're talking about cutting off Social Security. Because whether you know it or not, they borrow. Put it like this right here. The more these funded programs that we have in this country, they feel as though that's what's killing the economy. Why do you think? And I'm gonna go out on a limb on this, but at the same time, I don't want to make it seem like that I'm reaching. Okay. Why do you think all those wildfires happen out in California? Why? Because they're trying to bring this whole country into one big. Every state is going to be like a smart city. Every state, and they're starting with the biggest state of them all, California.
Oh my God!
Those wildfires over there just didn't happen. It was deliberately set. Just like 9/11. 9/11 wasn't no attack. It wasn't no attack. 9/11 was basically it was a planned demolition. I mean, you go back and look at and listen to some of these eyewitnesses. Some said that they didn't see no plane. And at the same time, you had a bunch of people say they heard right way before the plane hit the building, they heard a loud explosion. Before that first plane hit, I think it was like maybe not even a minute before that first plane hit the building, they heard a loud explosion, and it came from underground. And then you have a bunch of other people right there in close proximity of the Twin Towers. They said they never saw no plane. There were no planes. They heard a plane, but they never saw it. Matter of fact, we had one of the news anchors pretty much told on themselves when they was interviewing this guy. He said he saw no planes. Think about it, man. Who do I say on all the media? Y'all just, well, I ain't gonna say y'all. We just don't understand the power of media, not social media, TV, radio. They only report what they've been told to report. Why is that, people? Somebody got to protect their own pockets. The Bush family. And it was shortly after that. Oh, they was going at Saddam Hussein. Then they started going after Osama bin Laden. Yeah. They said Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. That's not what that shit was all about, people. They was trying to get all of that country's resources, like the oil and the gold and all the titanium that they had over there. And they knew at the time that Saddam Hussein was using those resources, like the silver, the titanium, and the gold and the oil. He was funding his own people. Just like Muammar Gaddafi. Africa, Libya was up here, but they took Gaddafi out. They took him out, just like they did bin Laden. Excuse me, Saddam Hussein. Oh, he got weapons of mass destruction. No, when they got over there, they didn't find a cigarette lighter. They didn't find no firecrackers, nothing. Which goes to show it was something that they was after. They was trying to get control of their country's resources, just like it did in Haiti, just like it did in all of these now so-called third world countries, Mexico. Yeah, certain parts of Africa. They want to get in there and rob the country of their resources to capitalize on it. That's what it was all about. And that's why I say we don't understand how this whole monetary system works, because, yeah, I agree that it's much bigger than what we see on a daily basis. It's not what you see, it's what you don't see. I like the way Pastor Stephen Darby, I like the way he stated the hidden hand, or the hidden hands operating behind the scene. How can the fate of a society be in the hand of a few? How could this society be ran by the hands of a few? The 90% is being controlled by the 10%. Or better yet, the 85% is being controlled by the 15%. And it's a small group of rich and powerful people. Hey, you had the guy Jeff Bezos over who's the CEO of Amazon. This man make millions of dollars a day. This man said he wanted his employees to operate in fear. Basically, he want them to have that slave mentality. They want us to be stuck as slaves. We got to work. The more you work, the higher the prices go up. Then you got to work. Inflation goes up. You got to work. You can't afford. You know what I'm saying? It's a vicious cycle. We're playing checkers and they're playing chess. And that's why I tell y'all, it's not all about race, religion, and politics no more. It's about the have and the have-nots. And it's so amazing that we on the bottom are being called the have-nots. Hell, even the middle class will soon be a part of the have-nots. While we're out here busting our behinds every day, going to work, working 9, 10, 12 hours a day, trying to feed our families. Think about that, people. Think about it. Because, like I said earlier, man, we have gotten this whole monetary system, we done got it so twisted. And they have given us a distorted view of how it works. That's why me, myself, why you think I invest in, Bitcoins, cryptocurrency? I invest because I know one day the American dollar, it's already here. It's going to be pretty much worth the piece of paper that it's printed on. Basically. Yeah. And you have some countries who still trade in gold. Look how look how they did Hitler. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he may have been, he may have been the cause of the so-called Holocaust or whatever. But in Hitler's own word now, and I might quote this wrong. What Hitler was doing was he was exterminating those imposter Jews. They came into Germany and caused chaos. That's how they brought Germany. They brought Germany down through pornography. Every country that these Khazars, Oscar Nazi Jews went into, every country, they started usurping the authority. They started corrupting governments, all of that. And they're doing it today. They're still doing it. How are they doing it? Through money. Yeah. That's how they're doing it. That's how they're doing it. And then you got Klaus Schwab with the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab, his daddy was a neo-Nazi spy. He was a physics. He was a physics for the Nazis. Germany. Elon Musk. He's from South Africa. Y'all remember the apartheid? That was all his daddy and all they're doing is over there in Africa, South Africa. And guess what, y'all? They're bringing that same thing to our front door. Once again, y'all, hit that like and share button. And don't forget to drop the Cash App, y'all. Please. Please. Because I feel like that this message, man, you know, and it's time for some people to wake up. Because we're focused on one thing while we're being screwed over by something else. And it's all about distraction to keep us focusing on what we don't have, what other people are doing. And when we fail to realize that everything that we do when it pertains to social media and the internet is being monitored by the powers that be. And I keep telling y'all, and I've been telling y'all for years, you know, everything ain't what it seemed to be. And everything that's happening is happening for a reason, but not what you think. Not what it's not what you and I think. It's happening for a reason. And everything, just like those plane crashes, the wildfires, those drones, those the extreme cold weather in the deep south, down in Louisiana, Florida. That's not something that just happened. And everybody say it's Bible prophecy. No, this is strategic planning. Did you not know back in 2022, they were paying farmers to destroy their crops? Yeah. Farmers out in Oklahoma, they was paying them, the government. They're trying to plunge this country, this whole world for that matter, into a state of chaos by creating certain crises. And who was it? What was it? Was it John D. Rockefeller said, you know, all we need is the right major crisis? Then this whole world, nations, will embrace the new world order. Well, how is the new world order going to come about? It's pretty much order out of chaos. One out of many. Look on the back of your dollar, people. Out of one shall come many. Or should it be out of many shall become one? They're always trying to start a one world government, a one world religion. Yeah. That's something I want y'all to think about, people. I want y'all to think about that. But like I said, you know, it's going to get worse. We might as well just buckle up and enjoy the ride. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. That's all I can tell y'all. Myself included. Myself included. I want to give a shout out to the ones who are still supporting me. You know, thanks for your support. Thanks for your support. All right, YouTube and Facebook, y'all hit that Cash App. Hit that Cash App. But anyway, that's all the time I have for this live stream. I'm going to be working on some more stuff in the near future, but I just had to come on tonight because I wasn't going to really start back doing my live stream until around about March or April. But I just had to come on and revamp this whole thing because I think I was trying to do a live feed on, was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. And I got halfway through the live stream and realized my damn mic was muted. But it's all good though. That's one thing about going live at the last minute. you don't really, you really don't prepare yourself, but you got to get this word out. And that's all I've been trying to do, is get the word out to the masses, and, until we stand up as a people, You see, where we've been going wrong is we have been living under the illusion of inclusion. You feel what I'm saying? Every time we as the black people, we start a movement, here come your gays and your lesbians. You feel what I'm saying? Just like with Black Lives Matter. Everybody else had to be included. Everybody had to be included. But the question I'm asking is, when is going to be about just us as a people, as one united front? When? When is going to be about us? When we're going to make our come up as a people? I can tell you when we start examining our own selves and look out for each other and start looking out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Start supporting one another in our endeavors. That's when it's going to come about, y'all. That's when the change is going to come about. And how can we call ourselves the chosen ones of God when we're not, operating on a unified level? Why is that? I already told y'all, man, everything that's happening in our society it's happening for a reason. I believe that it's happening to wake us up. In order to live this American dream, you got to be asleep. But it's time for us to wake up, because this so-called American dream is turning into a freaking nightmare, y'all. And therefore, I say it's time to wake up. Just like the question Marvin Gaye asked, what's going on? It's time for us to wake up and find out what's going on. While we're sleeping on this whole situation, we're sleeping on the fact how they use race, religion, and politics and financial institutions against us. I'm going to say this one more time. We need to start creating our own narratives. Not how everybody in the world sees us, but it's all about how God sees us. We want to be called the chosen ones of God. We need to live up to it. And put to shame the works of our adversaries. Because did not God say, he used the foolish to confound the wise? Did he not say that? That's why I'm seeing so many things around me now and I'm looking at the condition of our people. Something just not adding up. Something not adding up. But it's up to us to make it right. It's up to us to make it right, y'all. It's up to us. Yeah. But that's all the time I have for this show. But I will be back in the near future. Like I say, I may come on live maybe in another week or so. But I am like I said, I'm working on some stuff right now. Basically, what I'm doing is I want to revamp this whole program that I got going on. Y'all see I went from the Ice Lounge to the Ice Kold Podcast, but you can still go to to my YouTube channel and check it out though. You know what I'm saying? It's still under the Ice Lounge, but matter of fact, I'm gonna work on that trademark in the next couple of weeks. Okay, make sure nobody else, because people they'll try to sue you over little petty shit. And this how YouTube give you a strike over little petty shit, man. I don't understand it. I don't. I don't get it. But that's all the time I have for you guys. Until next time, y'all be blessed.